My name's Arnold Hoel. I was an E4, which is BT3. Worked as a boiler technician. As a kid, I always said I was going to go in the military, most likely Marines. And we woke up one morning and all of a sudden President Kennedy had a Cuban blockade going up. And I come from a small town, and half my town ran down to the recruiting office, and we went and signed up because Cuba was only a short distance away from the United States. And I went to, got sworn in November 30th. I would have got sworn in on November 19th, but like everything else, the military screwed up the paperwork. So I had to re-sign everything all over, and then we finally got it squared away on November 30th, and I got my first airplane ride, flew on a 707 from Massachusetts to Great Lakes, and got in to boot camp at 3 o'clock in the morning, and Navy's very organized. They started you out doing the paperwork as soon as you walked in the door. 3 o'clock in the morning, we're in there filling out paperwork. Half of us ended up in what they called REU, recruit evaluation, because we filled out the paperwork wrong. So they figured, well, these guys are all crazy and they're trying to get out. Let's put them through some tests to find out. So about 3 weeks later, we got this all straightened out, and we finally started boot camp. And it happened to be, I went to Great Lakes for boot camp. It happened to be the coldest winter in history at that time. And we would get up in the morning, there'd be ice that thick on the inside of the windows, over the radiators. And there'd be a crystal sheet of ice on our blankets from the breath breathing out and the moisture in it, and it would freeze. So we'd have to crack our blankets before we could get out of bed. And the first thing we'd have to do was we'd have to get up 2 hours early and go out and shovel the snow so we get to the chow hall. So then it was very interesting running obstacle course with a full backpack and snow up to your waist. And they didn't slow down because it was cold out. Had a lot of snow. And so we'd have to get out and shovel lots of stuff so we could have room to march. And wrong time of year to go in. And to make matters worse, they had closed down San Diego's boot camp because of an outbreak of spinal meningitis. So we had an overflow of people. So they rushed us through to make more room because they couldn't use San Diego. No matter what you did was wrong, and you had to go do it over again. And but there was a lot of interesting people there. They tell you this, you had to go by this rule, and this rule, and when you went by that rule, they'd take and say that you did it wrong, and they'd get all upset. And why did you do this? We told you to do this. Well, that's how you told me to do it. One example of that, standing fire watch. They tell you anybody that comes in the barracks, general order is halt and be recognized. Company commander would sneak in the back door, tell him to halt and be recognized, and he wouldn't do it. So you'd hit him with gun barrel like they told you to do. Then they would write you up for hitting the commanding officer. From there I went to Boilerman School, Class A, which I spent another 6 months in Great Lakes, which was in the summertime, so a little warm. That was 16 weeks for Boilerman School. Learned how to operate and repair boilers. And that was a completely different atmosphere than boot camp. You know, there it was like going to work. You know, they treated you like you was an employee and not a jailbird. Just straight fireman, which is an E2, which is next to the bottom.